Humanity is said to be the smartest species on the planet, although having met some of you, I'm not entirely sure that that's the case. As far as who takes second, there are a few different names that have been thrown around: dolphins, chimps, and ravens, to give some examples. But while they might not appear in too many zoology textbooks, if you venture deep into the forests of North America, you might find a scholarly supernatural simian species known as Sasquatch. Some Bigfoot researchers believe that they are our closest living relatives, which raises the question: if humanity is the smartest species on the planet, how smart is Bigfoot? Well, there are more than a few encounters to go off of here, some more credible than others. There are reports of these creatures using tools and employing some very advanced hunting tactics. There are stories of them wearing clothing, creating tree structures to act as territory markers, not to mention whatever type of intelligence is required for them to have stayed hidden this entire time. Multiple linguistics experts have studied one of the most famous Bigfoot howl recordings, the Sierra Sounds, and stated that although they cannot decipher what's being said, they believe that the sounds are a language of some sort. To get a more concrete idea of how smart Bigfoot is, we can look at the animal in the fossil record that many researchers believe could be the true identity of the American ape man, the Gigantopithecus. The Gigantopithecus is a giant, potentially bipedal ape believed to have gone extinct a couple 100,000 years ago. These animals are believed to be closely related to orangutans, which, as it turns out, are some pretty smart cookies. Their use of tools is well documented. They've learned sign language in some cases, and even taught it to each other in others. Some are capable of picking locks to zoo enclosures. They've used plants as a crude form of medicine. There's even a video of one of these things driving a golf cart. Academics have estimated that the Gigantopithecus had, or possibly has, a brain somewhere in the neighborhood of 2 to 3 times the size of the orangutan. Although brain size and intelligence aren't one-to-one, there is a correlation between the two. These facts, reports, and theories paint a picture of an animal that might just be a step or two behind humans, maybe even ahead of us in certain areas. There's one more detail I've heard reported that I think bears mentioning. Over the decades, more than a few hunters have claimed that they've had a Bigfoot in their sights, lined up the shot, but were unable to take it after looking these creatures in the eyes. They have said that there's a very human intelligence in them, which stopped these hunters from pulling the trigger. Now, these stories are easy to write off, as they do give a pretty convenient excuse for why we haven't bagged a body yet. But the number of these stories that predate the internet do make me wonder if there might just be something to them. So, how smart do you think Bigfoot is? Let me know in the comment section below.